Hi everyone, this is Anastasia with One Cosmic Heart. I'm not going to get on camera today, but let me just pan over here. There's a pretty bush over in that part of the yard, and oh, the lilacs have definitely bloomed, so that's really exciting. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about today, and there is a decent amount of background noise, so I apologize. We have somebody mowing their lawn, and there's like small planes. I've heard like at least 3 flying overhead. Okay, this, and you wouldn't know it, is a butterfly bush. It just looks like, kind of looks dead a little bit. I know, it looks like dead wood, but there's you see all the new growth popping up. Okay, so it's a beautiful butterfly bush. It smells absolutely amazing. I'm trying to remember, is it early August, middle of August, late July, where the flowers start blooming? It smells divine, honestly. And we did have this in another part of the yard, and it year after year just didn't do really well. So I don't know if it was the soil, maybe it didn't get enough sunshine, I'm not sure. So we moved it. It's right at like the bottom of the deck, and it smells amazing. So when you're sitting out here, you can smell it. So my mom and I were pretty pleased that we decided to put it here. It gets plenty of sunshine. We do, if there isn't enough rain, it's right here at our feet pretty much. So, you know, we're watering it if it needs more water. And if I have pictures from last year, which I'm sure I do somewhere on my phone, I will put those in the comment section down below, because I wish you could smell it. I really do wish sometimes these videos or TV was also called smell-o-vision. So yummy. Butterflies would come obviously to eat, but bees, like honeybees, bumblebees, I think even maybe wasps. Oh, and the hummingbirds. Hummingbirds really love the butterfly bush. So what I want to share with you today, and I will do a write-up on this because I know some of you like to read and don't like to watch videos as much as I do. I love watching videos. I love it. It's probably because I watched so much TV growing up that I really enjoy it. And I learn a lot. So hopefully you'll learn something. So this is not a video on how to prune, even though I've been pruning off and on since the early part of the afternoon. Just I'll prune for 5 or 10 minutes, then come back, then do something else, then come back to it. So pruning and weeding, I think, is a little bit like healing work. You're never really done. Did I burst anybody's bubble by saying that? We're never really done healing. There's always something more to heal and clear. There really, really is. We may feel like we've gotten a good chunk of it, and you probably have. And then, oh, the wind is knocking something over. And then maybe 5 years down the road, maybe 5 weeks down the road, maybe 10 years down the road, another layer, another piece of that thing you were working on to heal and clear and release, another iteration shows up. Maybe you could call it a test. Sometimes we feel tested. Sometimes it's like, didn't I clear this? Yes, you did. There might be another layer. Absolutely. I'm just going to walk over to I'm going to go back to that bush, but let's walk over to the lilacs so that you're not just staring at what some people might think is like a dead tree or bush. So we don't have a huge lilac bush. It's very sweet. And we do have another tiny one near the side of the house, but there you go. Something pretty to look at other than the butterfly bush. All right, but we are going back to the butterfly bush. So there, I believe, because I've been doing this work for 26 years and receiving, not only working on people, but receiving the work for 26 years. So There's always more to do. But it doesn't mean that what you did didn't work. There's just another layer. And the analogy that I want to point out with pruning, and I never thought I'd like weeding. When I was it in college, I was working for someone, and she said to me, "Oh, would you like to come over and do some weeding in my garden?" And I liked her, and I thought, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, what's the big deal? Well, she didn't want to do any of it, which, that's why she hired me. And she just sat there, and it was hot, and I got sweaty, and I didn't love it. Back then, I didn't love it. I did it, but I didn't love it. But now, since I have my own garden, I really enjoy weeding. It's very satisfying to pull things out. And then pruning, that feels really satisfying too. So, here's what's going on. My mom and we cut this bush back in the fall because it was really tall. It was really tall, and it was spreading out in every direction. And I knew that if we got a lot of snow and even ice, that some of the branches might break off. So I pruned it. Then my mom came through another time, did some more pruning, like basically just cutting off a lot of the top stuff. It was much taller than this. It was probably could easily have been 4 feet higher on the top. And then I went through and I did another pass because we'd look around and go, oh, we could cut this. It was leaning over onto the porch, and I was like, yeah, I don't want it leaning over. And I just wanted it to sort of like look nice when it started to grow in the spring, which is now. So I don't know. I don't even know if this is a term, but like we did a hard prune. Both of us, like I said, I pruned, mom pruned, I came back in and pruned. Okay. Guess what? It's spring. Hi, Jamie. Thanks for watching. Just talking about how healing and clearing is a lot like pruning. So here I am, and I was pruning this a couple days ago. I'm not going to lie. And here I am again today pruning. And look, I've been pruning for cumulatively like a half an hour, and I totally missed this guy here. This needs to go. This is totally dead. So I've got my clippers down below. This is totally dead. But I missed it in all my passes that I went around and around and around. I missed it. That's what healing work is like. Sometimes we miss things. Sometimes we have to walk around, or we have to be shown the work that needs to be done from a different angle. Sometimes a different experience will bring up the healing that needs to happen. Now, I'm almost done here. Thanks for watching, anybody that's been watching. So what I want to show you is this. Oh, here, I'm bending this. You can see this guy here. That's pretty dead. There's no new growth on it. I've looked. I don't see any new growth. So I'm going to have to get some heavy-duty clippers and take this down all the way to here. You can prune it all the way down because this part of it looks dead too. Okay, see, that's another one that I didn't. I'm pulling on it, and as I go up to the top, I don't see any life here either. Interesting. See, I missed that one too. Okay. All right. Interesting. This one that I'm bending here, this needs to go. And with this and a lot of things, and please, go online and do your research. You can really cut like pretty far down. So this is down at the ground, you guys. And look, there's all this new growth here. There's tons of new growth. Now, this is alive. I'm banging on it. This is alive. Here's where the new growth is. If I go up, there's a lot of new growth on this. A ton. I could, if I wanted to, I could be super aggressive and cut as far down as here, and these shoots will grow. But I don't have a tool, honestly, that is strong enough to cut this. And there's all of this growth on here. So why would I cut it all the way down to the ground? But I could. Now this, I'm sorry hope I'm not making anybody dizzy. This is dead. This guy is dead here, But also connected to this bigger like trunk is all this new growth. So this one I can definitely do a hard cut right here, and it's going to do really, really well. So now, if I didn't touch this, say I didn't touch this, would the new growth come in and would it look pretty? Absolutely. It would look lovely. It's going to smell divine. It's a butterfly bush. It's going to smell amazing. Would most people that were like visiting go, oh, look, that's dead, or that? No, they're probably not, unless they're a gardener and they have a really keen eye. And most gardeners just really love being outside, so they're really not going to do that. But it'll come in full. It'll be lovely. Why do we prune? We prune because new growth comes in. We have to get rid of the old. This is not really anything new if anybody's been on the planet for X amount of years. When we get rid of the old, the new comes in. And it's going to, in some cases, it actually makes the whole bush stronger because there's new growth. In some cases, I don't know if that's across the board, but pruning it is always going to, pruning it in the right places, let me say like that, pruning in the right places is always going to tell the plant, it's going to ensure that to grow more. So it encourages it. My mom always says, don't be afraid to prune. If you prune it in the right place, it's going to stimulate the plant to put out new shoots. So for us that are healing, that are carrying all this old stuff, this heavy stuff, and I'm including myself, guys, and we keep walking around with it and we feel like, oh, I don't know how to let it go. I don't want to let it go. I'm so comfortable because I've been holding this for so long. I kind of want to let it go, but I don't know how to. And now it's just become a part of me. I just want to share this little story here is when I cut this, that's dead, and who really wants to look at it? It's just like a piece of wood at this point. When I cut that, and I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, and it already has new growth here. It has new growth. Actually, it might just be new growth on, yeah, the part I'm going to cut. It's going to really flourish. It's going to go, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to sprout in all these different directions because you got rid of the dead weight. It's going to feel really good. Probably feels like when we get a haircut, that's what the plants and the trees and the bushes probably feel like just refreshed and renewed. This, interesting. Like I said, I've walked around this several times, and here's another dead piece that I can definitely cut off. There's no new growth there. That needs to go. It's dead. So I'm not gonna finish pruning this today. I can already tell you it's not that big. It's not a big job, but since I've walked around it about 10 to 12 times now and I keep seeing little things that need to be pruned, there's more pruning that I might do tomorrow or the next day or later this week. So just keep in mind that that is how healing also works. We are never truly done. There's another layer. We can ignore it. You can ignore all this stuff. You can just let it go. When it's dead enough, it snaps off really easy. Like this guy that I'm bending, this is attached. Well, it's an offshoot of that bigger trunk, but this needs to go. And I know at the bottom, I can already tell there's a ton of new growth down there. So it's almost like the new growth is begging me to cut the dead stuff so it can really pop. Will it still grow? That new stuff down there will absolutely grow. Will it grow better and stronger if I prune the dead stuff? Absolutely. I know this one I've seen. I've got my eye on this one that I'm bending. There's a lot of pieces like this that need to go. And I had worked with a master gardener some years ago now, probably a good 10 years ago, and I didn't know this. You know, I don't have formal training in gardening. I did take an herbal apprenticeship, and we learned about the herbs and how to work with the herbs, but I don't have like formal gardening training, just sort of learning as I go. And this woman said to me, you definitely want to prune the dead stuff, because what happens, all right, let's come to a dead piece here. All right, this piece, do you see me moving it? This is dead. And what happens when water moves up, it pulls the moisture from the ground, and it's going to go all the way up, and the water will literally go all the way up. But there's nothing here. There aren't green leaves, there aren't flowers that the water needs. So then what happens is the water, she told me, the water goes all the way back down, and then it will get redirected. But the plant, and they're really smart, you guys, but this is what she told me, so I'm trusting that this is accurate information. She's saying the water goes up all of the stems, all of the trunks of a tree, and it's looking for, it wants to feed it. It wants the little bunny just running in the yard. So the water wants to nourish the leaves here. It's going to want to nourish a flower when this is flowering. But when there's nothing to nourish, it goes all the way back down, and then it will go back up to another one. Well, I thought it was fascinating, but she said you don't want the water to expend that much energy going up and then going down and then moving over. It's like, cut the dead stuff so it's very efficient. And I was like, I never thought of that, but it's true, isn't it? Like, don't you want your life to run as efficiently as possible? Like, if one of your tires is low, yep, sometimes I ignore it for a day, sometimes a week if it's not too bad, and then I'll fill it up. But that one tire is pulling on all the other tires. It's making the other tires work a little harder, and I believe it's also pulling a little bit on like the efficiency of the gas. So you might like expend a little bit more gas. That's what I had read or heard years ago. So why not be as efficient as possible? And again, I'm not telling you guys to go out and prune in your yard or weed. Nope, it's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to make a connection to how healing works, and that I believe that there's always stuff to clear, always stuff to remove, always stuff to lighten within ourselves, and we're never truly done. I say you're done when you're not on the planet anymore, and then I believe you're off to another experience, so then we're really not ever done, because we are eternal beings. So we're having another experience. That's what I believe. You don't have to believe that. So that is my probably went a little longer than I thought I was going on the video. And I will write this up, because as I said, I know some of you like to read and not listen to videos. And I'll just walk over again to the beautiful lilac as I close out my video here, and another day I will show you. I know this doesn't look super attractive, but I made a garden bed. Yeah, it doesn't look attractive, but I've got some cool stuff in there that I'll talk about another day. So here's the beautiful lilac bush. They are edible. I am gonna make like a lilac lemonade that I saw online with this. Yeah, I think it's as simple as water, soaking the flowers in some good clean filtered water and adding fresh lemon juice. That's what I'm gonna do. But please do your research. I don't want you to, some people are allergic to various things, but lilacs are edible, so they are safe for those that are not allergic and those that don't have a contraindication with any medication. So I wanted to end the video on a pretty flower in the garden versus looking at the butterfly bush that is in process and is just starting to leaf out. Thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. It is Mother's Day here, so happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there, and catch you next time. Thanks.